Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, guys, wherever you're watching this from. This is the live as promised from the other night, and I'm going to show you today one of the tools that we showcased last night with regards to trading Forex and how I do my daily targets, and more so showing you what I do on my trading Forex plan. Okay, so let's take a look. We're going to basically go on to one of the tools I use, which is called a web analyzer. Okay. Now, as we discussed late last night, this web analyzer, it throws out loads of different trade ideas. So these are set by trade professionals, and they throw these out. And as you can see from here, we have on the left-hand side of the screen tiles. These tiles, as discussed last night, are green and red. Now the green is for a buy, the red is for a potential sell. So what we'll do is, if we scroll back, again I'm doing this on the fly just to show you how good it is, and we'll go right the way back and we'll see something that was called, possibly, we'll pause that there, the GBP, the Great British Pound against the US dollar. Now we click on that, that brings up the trade. Okay, more to the point, this M5 is for 5 minutes, as you can see on top of here, but this was called at 5:05. Okay, so let's take a look. 5:05. Again, these don't always come true, as we all know, but they give you a good indication. So what I would do is I would go to the vertical line. 5:05 is going to be around about that candle there. Again, it's telling me that it's a possible buy, but as you can see from the SARS, it's pretty consolidated, this trade, so it's just started going down, so I possibly wouldn't have gotten into that. Let's go back a little bit earlier today. Right, USD card, this was called at 2:30, so 2:30 p.m. Okay, again, to get into that, this was a possible buy. 2:30, let's have a look. 2:30, again, this was on a downward trend, and this hit a consolidation period, as we can see by the moving averages. OGBP, this was on the hour candle, on the hour time frame, I should say, and again this was time is called 2:20. Let's go down to 30 minutes. So the 10th to 12th. So let's take a look. 2:20. It's 2:15. We'll go down to the 15 minutes. 2:15. Roll out that candle there. Again, it's telling me it's right. This is on the hours. Again, this isn't too much of a consolidation, so it looks as if the markets were pretty slow on certain candles at the moment. GBP odd, again 20:02. A lot of consolidation there. This is on the minute 5. Odd USD. 1:20. Scroll back on here. So we were looking 20 past Euro GPY. Is this loading up correctly? Let's have a look here. 1:15. Yep, there we are. So this one here on the past results, the 1:15 candle, as you can see from here, 3:15. So we called it on this candle. Okay. From there, what we would generally do is obviously horizontal line this and get the price called at. This was on the 10 US Euro GPY, 122.207. This will move the yellow candle up to this area. So on this candle, on this T-bar here, and it was obviously a buy. So what we do from there, we do a trend line, which will move down. We'll get as many touches confirmation as possible. Right. So there we go, guys. So this was one of the setups which you possibly could have gotten on a little bit earlier today. I'm just going to see if there's anyone on there. Hi, Anne. How are you doing? And what happens is, this is, again, it's a potential buy, which we can see is actually broke that trend line. It went through where it was called, and again the SAR flips has confirmed that this was going to be on an upward trend. Today, if I'm honest with you guys, I have been at work, so I don't know whether there was any news called on this. The one way we can find out is if we can go on Forex Factory. Again, one of the other many useful things we can use to help us trade. I just like to go back on the chart analysis to see where we were. Yeah, 33. Again, this was called at the time. It was Euro GPY. 1:15. So Euro GPY. So there's nothing with regards to a flag. So on here, on these files, or flags as we call them, you have a yellow, an amber, and a red. We don't try and sort of trade on the red flags. So that tells me that's quite a good move, to be honest, considering there wasn't any news on there. So again, on what we tend to try and get, or what I try and get on my trading, is 10 pips. 10 pips a day. And I'm going to show you a spreadsheet in a moment. But on this one particular trade, guys, if you're getting in on this candle here as it broke and you got up on this upward movement, even on that one candle, you'd be looking at around about 63 pips, okay? Now that's a massive move. On my daily target, again, 10 pips a day to compound your profit. I'm just going to show you a quick compound sheet here, which was devised by a good friend of ours in the team called Paul Turner. And this is based on a month-to-month basis. And what this does is it gives you month 1, and then month 2 to the right, obviously month 3, month 4, and so on as it goes down. Well, let's say you are just starting off new with an account, okay? And we only risk around about 3% a day, or if you want to go for a daily pip goal of 10 pips. Bearing in mind that pip there, it went to about 60 pips, but you start with an account of 200, okay? So what that does is this will calculate on a day-to-day basis on your account growth. Now, day 1, obviously, if you do hit your 3% or growth per day, 3%, or hit your daily pips of 10 pips, okay, come away from the trade, and then obviously this will slowly build your account. We do understand that you're not going to win every single trade. However, with the proper risk management and having things in place, there is no reason why using this technique you can slowly build an account to a profitable size with your lots, to therefore put more on your lot size. So then again on here, as you can see, as the lot size are increased with the increase of the balance, you would then increase your total amount, okay? So even on a £200 or a $200, doesn't matter which sort of currency you use, by month 1, if you followed this and you went through the whole of month 1, you would end up $161.22 in profit. If you kept that balance within there, by month 2, you would be looking at around about 652.41, whether that's pounds or dollars. Then that will be 291.19 in profit. Again, so on month 3. If we go into month 3 again, you're not always going to hit these profits, but on that one trade that I showed you, you more than doubled your account on one trade in one day. So again, the power of that, just to show you, you would then be in profit of up to $1,178 or pounds and 32. Again, this will give you the profit in month 3 of 525. Now, if I scroll down to the end of the year on a $200 or £200 balance, again, we must stress that profits are not guaranteed. It's just a probable outcome as long as you follow a strict regime and a proper risk management. By the time you grow your account, you can do the maths. You can see this here. But where would you be on this table to be comfortable to be able to work from home and just attain a nice amount and be able to withdraw here? So again, if we go halfway through the year, this is 6 months, on a $200 or £200 account with the proper risk management and the proper trade strategy in place, you would be around about just under $7,000. That would be $3,098 in profit. Okay, so that's the compound sheet that I use each day. And to hit my daily target, I don't trade every day, obviously, because if I hit anything like this and I hit a good trade, I would tend to step back and get on with my other daily duties. So that's one of the tools that we can use on there. Okay, the other one I went through last night was a one called the harmonic scanner. Okay, guys, so what happens is this will bring out live patterns for you. Again, from here you have on here euro against the Australian dollar. It's a Gartley, and from there you've got an entry, a stop, take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. So again, these are geared to go towards these sort of levels here. The strategy that I used last night, which I showed you, which it was a very good video I did live last night. If you haven't seen that, I suggest you go back and check that. I did one trade live with you guys, and within 5 minutes of me doing that trade, and the strategy I used, I was in and out, scalped the trade, and got my pips for the day. Okay, so again, this is just one of them. This is currently a live trade as it is. I'm not in on this, but if you got in at this sort of level, you'd be on take profit 1 and take profit 2. Again, if we measure that, even if you got in on this candle here and you go down again, we only aim for around about 10 pips. There's 12 pips there alone. Now, to help you with these sort of trades, there's a couple of more indicators you can put on here, one being the Bollinger Bands. Okay, again, these bounce from the outer and the inner, going through the moving average, and it breaks through that. You have the RSI, and let's take a look. You also have a stochastic I normally like to use. Okay, so the stochastic, you're waiting for these lines to cross. This is possibly going to go back up on a buy event, so I don't think it will hit take profit 3. I do apologize about that, the door's just opened. From there, on the Bollinger Bands, you can have a MACD, which is a moving average, convergence, divergence. So if we have a look at that MACD, again, these are like mountains and hills, as I call them, and confirmation with these lines crossing over as well. This will help you if it's going to be a buy or a sell. So if we just click on another live one on this, USD JPY, just to show you some confirmation that these harmonic scanners are very successful. Again, we've had a D point, and this has moved up through take profit 1, take profit 2. It's more or less hit the take profit 3, and then it started to come back down, and it started to consolidate a bit. Okay, let's have a look on here. How are you doing, Kevin? You okay, sir? And one more trade we'll show on here. It's a DJPY. We'll see how this one's gone. Again, a little bit of consolidation, but if you've got in on this one, it's sort of consolidated across the moving average here. But again, we went down to the take profit one. Hasn't quite had the entry line, but you can use these sort of indicators to help you indicate whether you want to get in on this trade or not. 15-minute Euro USD. Another one, we've actually come through the entry line and just about above the stop, but on here this would have been a good one to get in on, to be honest, because we've hit the Bollinger Band, so we're expecting when we do go on Bollinger Bands that it's going to make its way towards the moving average again. So again, if you'd gone in on this one, let's see the candle above the Bollinger and rode this all the way at the top, you were looking at around about 40 pips alone just on that. Again, I don't tend to go for take profit 1, 2 or 3. The way I would do this, you've got a pitchfork on the indicator level on the side here. To get in on these, I would tend to go on that. Click on the Fibonacci retracement. You would go from take profit 3. Let's just get rid of that, a bit temperamental. Down to the D point. Okay, this is a Fibonacci retracement chart. From there, we would change this. Okay, you get a lot of these colored bands. Let's just move this here. This corresponds to these. Okay, so again, we are looking for this level here, where I will be looking to be getting out of my trade. It's a 15% line. Okay, so we would change that from 0.236 to 0.15. And as I click these other check boxes, you would see these start to disappear, like so. Okay, so as we do that, you're seeing each one of those disappear, leaving us with the 15% get out line. Okay, so from there, this line here is now where we will be looking to get out, not the take profit one, because again, you don't want to be greedy. Generally, your 15% line is normally going to give you between 5 to 10 pips, to be fair. So from there, we want to make this market that little bit thicker. You go on your level lines, and if you watch that line, that will change that a little bit thicker. But also, we want to move this from all the busyness on the chart to the right-hand side. Now, to do that, as you watch here, as I click on this label here, change it from left to right, you'll see that exit price move along, like so. And again, we click OK on this, and this will just show you if we got in on, again, on this sort of trade, the horizontal line, that's your D point. Make this, let's see, magenta, and make that a bit thicker. So you would have gotten in on there, and you would have gotten out here. Okay, so that would have been, again, let's say if it was 10 pips as your target on a daily basis. There's your 10 pips straight away. Now, again, I did not know that was going to be 10 pips, but that just shows you the strategy that I use, how powerful and how good that is if you did this kind of strategy, simply because one trade a day is more than enough to get what you need to be able to compound this, to use the power of compounding your profits. So again, that's my quick short video for today, guys. I'm just going to see who's on there. Hi guys, if you like the video, all I ask is just give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment on there. If there's anything I can answer for you, I'm more than happy to get on a chat with you, and we'll connect. Okay guys, we'll catch you later.